Read-alouds involving child-friendly explanations of words within the text and revisiting of those words after reading build children's vocabulary knowledge. In this classroom, the teacher is going to focus on vocabulary during and after a read-aloud.
Today I'm going to read the story Sylvester and the Magic Pebble. I really liked this book because there were many challenging words that I thought my students might not understand. So I went ahead and chose several words and gave child-friendly explanations, and I put that on the back of the book. So as I'm reading the book, I have the page number already noted and the definition already ready. We do read-alouds every day, and so a vocabulary-focused read-aloud is an excellent way to introduce words to students that they'll find in literature and nonfiction texts that they may not otherwise hear. Today we're going to read Sylvester and the Magic Pebble by William Steig, and we're going to talk about some special words today as we go along, and then we're going to do some activities. Sylvester Duncan lived with his mother and father at Acorn Road in Oatsdale. One of his hobbies was collecting pebbles of unusual shape and color. On a rainy Saturday during vacation, he found a quite extraordinary one. Extraordinary means special or very unusual. It was flaming red, shiny, and perfectly round like a marble. As he was studying this remarkable pebble, remarkable is another way to say unusual or very special, he began to shiver, probably from excitement, and the rain felt cold on his back. "I wish it would stop raining," he said. To his great surprise, the rain stopped. It didn't stop gradually, as rain usually does. It ceased, which means stopped. The drops vanished on the way down. The clouds disappeared. Everything was dry, and the sun was shining as if the rain had never existed. I choose words that I feel will challenge my students and they may not understand in regular comprehension. I use child-friendly definitions, not dictionary definitions, that are quick and precise and focused for my children. "I wish I were a rock," he said, and he became a rock. The lion came bounding over, sniffed the rock 100 times, walked around and around it, and went away confused, perplexed, puzzled, and bewildered. All of those words means he did not understand. I give child-friendly explanations throughout the book because there are many words that the students might not understand and that can interfere with their comprehension of the text. So I feel that if I can give them a quick definition and then move on, I'm giving them that window to understand the text. All the dogs in Oatsdale went searching for him. They sniffed behind every rock and tree and blade of grass, into every nook, nook is a little corner, and gully, gully means a ditch in the ground, of the neighborhood and beyond, but found not a scent of him. They sniffed the rock on Strawberry Hill, but it smelled like a rock. It didn't smell like Sylvester. After I read the book, I like to focus on 3 to 6 words that I want to work with the children on afterward and give explicit instruction on. I really liked how in this book there were a lot of synonyms. So for instance, remarkable and extraordinary were in the book, and they both meant very special. So we spent a lot of time with that with the picture sort. I like to have the students repeat the word often. We also look at the word and the different parts of the word so they can understand the meaning. All right. Another word we had was remarkable. As he was studying this remarkable pebble, it's another way to say that it's extra special or very unusual. Can you say remarkable? Remarkable. Remark means to comment on something. You notice something. So for something to be remarkable, that means it's so special or unusual that it's worth talking about or commenting about. So we're going to put these words up here. Can you say remarkable again for me? Remarkable. All right, so let's take a look. I have some pictures here. Abby, you said ordinary just meant?
Like plain.
Like plain. Okay, so we're going to put that here. Not very special, right? But if it's, what word is this?
Extraordinary.
Or?
Remarkable.
That is really special or unusual. So I have some pictures, and you're going to help me decide whether they are ordinary or extraordinary and remarkable, okay? So let's take a look. I have a bowl of rice here. Anything special about it, or would you say it's ordinary? Which one? Who would like to raise their hand and answer for me?
Because a bowl of rice isn't exciting. It's just like food that you're about to eat.
So you would call it which one of these?
Ordinary.
Would you like to come up and put it under ordinary for us? Okay. All right, now I have another bowl of rice. You ready to see this one? Look at this bowl of rice. What can you tell me about this one?
It's extraordinary.
And why do you think it's extraordinary?
Because it's not like just a bowl of rice. It's actually like making like a living creature.
So they almost made like art out of it. You would call that which one?
Remarkable.
Remarkable. Can you put this under remarkable for us? The more activities that I give them to do afterward as far as sorting or actions physically, it gives a lasting impact for them to remember those words. I should have listened to this paragraph again, and I want you to think about the lion and why the author used these words. The lion came bounding over, sniffed the rock 100 times, walked around and around it, and went away confused, perplexed, puzzled, and bewildered. I saw that little donkey as clear as day. Maybe I'm going crazy, he muttered. So we're looking at these 4 words. Move these over. Can you say bewildered?
Bewildered.
Perplexed?
Perplexed.
Puzzled?
Puzzled.
And confused.
Confused.
So they all are synonyms again, and they mean the same thing. Can someone tell me what you think those words mean? Lexi?
They mean like you really don't know what's going on.
You do not understand, right? You do not know what's going on. It's an excellent book for vocabulary because there are words that have synonyms with the same meaning, and we can teach one definition and have multiple words that mean that, and that gives students multiple ways to express themselves using a variety of words. There are a lot of opportunities in this book with sophisticated vocabulary words that I know that my students have not had exposure to. So I want you to imagine that you are really, really hungry, okay? Show me, I want you, without any sounds, can you show me what it would look like to be really, really hungry? Oh, I'm seeing some unhappy faces. Some of you almost look like you're in pain. Now all of a sudden you see a table full of fruit, delicious fruit. Show me what that looks like. All right, ooh, I see some wide eyes. And you're gonna go reach for the watermelon. Poof, it turned into a rock. Let me see the look on your face. You were about to eat it. What do you notice now? I see some eyebrows raising. Oh my goodness, some of you look really perplexed. You look very confused right now, Lexi. What are you so confused about?
Because it's not usually ordinary to have when you're holding a fruit and it just turns into a rock.
All right, so can you imagine how that lion felt? Can you imagine that? So listen, I'm going to tell you what we're going to do first, okay? In a minute, I'm going to have you stand up, and I'm going to name a feeling. And I remember we've been talking in reading class a lot about the gestures we make with our bodies, our facial expressions, and our voice, right? So you get to be the actors and actresses right now. I'm going to name a feeling, and I want you to show me what that looks like and sounds like using all of those things, okay? So stand up. Okay, show me what happy looks like and sounds like. All right, what about confused? Yep, I see some more eyebrows. You don't know what's happening. You're not understanding what's happening. Okay, how about sad? Let's go over our words one more time that we learned, and how many of you think you might notice this in your reading? Or how many of you might try to use these words in your writing? I'm thinking about all the poetry we've been writing. What do you think? We've been talking about precise words. How many of you think you might use some of these words in your poetry? Okay, so we have extraordinary, remarkable, bewildered, perplexed, puzzled, and confused. There's a definite growth that I noticed using Read Out Louds for vocabulary instruction. I hope that they'll use those words in their everyday talk, in their classroom, use it in their writing, and then when they come across those words again in other texts, they will understand the meaning of the text.
Learn more at literacyessentials.org.